Hey, good morning. It's another story time with Heath. We're going to keep filling up this little YouTube channel for friends and family. I got to talking about some dirt track racing in my younger days yesterday with my go-kart, and brought back some memories of the old man back when he used to tear it up. And I remember I probably couldn't have been, well, actually, we still lived in town, so I was less than 5 years old. And because I remember him fixing the car, but Dad had an old, I want to say back then, he was cruising a 64 or 65 Chevelle, and big block, open 3-speed, the usual thing that they ran back then. And I remember there was a guy in a blue Monte Carlo. It was like a 73, 74 model. And blue with a white top, white number 15 on the door. And him and Dad were trading paint down there at Atomic Speedway in Chillicothe, Ohio. And still got my cold, not my COVID. And coming down the back stretch, this guy got up underneath Dad and put a little bump and run on him, spun him around. Dad came down into turn 3 into the infield, and his passenger side door hit. They used to put like tractor tires around the light post and fill it with dirt, I believe. And Dad come down and he hit one of them tire, whatever they are, and with his passenger side door, stalled the car out. This Monte Carlo went around the track, came off of turn 2, wide open throttle, came down the back stretch and came down off the back stretch and just put his sights on Dad's driver's side door. And he hit Dad wide open right in the driver's side door, tried to kill him. I mean, there's no other way about it. And my Uncle Bill, which is my dad's older brother, he was there that night. And I remember, this is back in the chicken wire fence days, but I mean, this chicken wire fence that they had down there at Atomic Speedway, it went, I don't know how many feet. It had to be like a 20-foot fence or something ridiculous. And I remember Bill, he came off of the bleachers at about row 4, it seemed like, and I don't know how much of this is just a 5-year-old kid being just amazed, and how much of it is actually accurate, to be quite honest. But I remember Bill coming off the bleachers like Spider-Man and just sticking to that fence. And he went over top of that fence, and he come off the top of that fence down onto the dirt track. And of course, you got a wall that's probably, that track is like 5 or 6 feet down into the ground, because you got a wall there to protect all spectators. So I don't know how far he fell and hit that track, tumbled a couple times, took off running. They had Dad, he had like a hardware mesh, whatever they call it, like 1/4 inch square, real rigid mesh. That's what Dad run across the driver's side part of his windshield to keep from eating rocks. And they had tore that out. I remember they had taken my dad's helmet off. Dad's helmet, open face helmet, was sitting on the hood of the car. They were bringing the idiot out of that number 15 car out of the driver's seat. And the way I remember it, and like I said, I don't know how much of this is just, some kid just admiring his uncle, and how much of it is actual reality, because it's an old memory. But I remember Bill scooting across the hood of my dad's car, grabbing Dad's helmet, and when his feet hit the ground, that helmet hit that dude, that number 15 driver, right in the face. And the shit was on, let me tell you. And it was a very scary point in Dad's career and in my young life. And Dad was actually blind. The head injury, I don't know the particulars, but I know the head injury. I remember he was blind, because I used to have to help him, because I wasn't in school yet or anything. We lived in town, and he would be out there. We had this little garage behind our house in town that was about this big, and he could just put that Chevelle right in that garage. And I remember he had, they had like these wire mesh. He looked like a fly or something. Oh, get me upset here. But they had like these wire mesh bandages to protect his eyes over top of his eyes like this, and it was all taped up and everything. And it's one of the things where you can't just wish for it, you got to work for it. and this is the way I was raised. This is what I saw all my life. I don't know why I'm getting upset about this. But Dad sat out there for like a month, completely blinded. He couldn't see a damn thing. And he worked on that car with no vision. And having me get him, I'm going to use an old dirty ass grease rag from my reloading room here to wipe my girls off here. This is crazy. But he sat out there with no vision and worked on that car for a month until he got his vision back. He's just, I'm taking him out to the garage, and it's like, give me a crescent wrench, and that's a box end wrench. Yeah, that's how I learned to help my dad. And I'm sure there were friends that came in and helped him. Old Tom Leach is a name that I remember, and I don't know who all was around back then. Guys from the paper mill, whatever. Of course, my mom. She was all time. She was all the time mixing it up with the dirt track. She's always been involved. And but basically once he got his sight back, that car was ready and waiting on him, and we were right back in it again, and we were running the dirt, and he was good. But he always worked for everything, and we all have. And hopefully I've instilled, I think I have. I think I've instilled that in my own kids. And there's nothing wrong with being a hard worker. And there sure as heck isn't nothing wrong with earning what you want instead of having it give to you. And makes you a better person. And I don't know, it's just, I didn't think I'd get emotional about this, but just a lot of fantastic memories that just some things I want my kids to know about their Nan and Papa. So, actually, I'm having a great day here, but man, I'm sorry, I'm just like, I'm a big baby anymore. I'm not blaming on the chemo pill that I took last night. We're gonna blame it on that. And but me and the bride's getting ready to head out. We got a gun show to swing by and see if I can sell something, help pay some bills, and we got some food and water to gather up before the Russians and the Chinese hit the freaking shores, and things like that. So you guys have a great day. Stay grumpy. I'm grumpy on the inside. I'm a little bit emotional on the outside, I guess, for some damn reason. I apologize for that, but I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. I'm on a lot of drugs right now, man. So just give me a break. I've had a big day, but love you guys. I'm sorry for rambling, and we'll see you next time.